After the disappointing Papa John's trophy that I didn't want to win where we lost anyway, we've gone and rebuilt the squad-ish. Not really. Lots of outs, a few ins, but we are starting the season with a game against Crystal Palace, which is not ideal because they've just been relegated from the Premier League and we have a very small squad. But before we get into looking at the squad and the tactics we're going to play this year, let's go and have a look at the transfers. We're still net spend FC, no worries there. Makes it really difficult. So on the outs, Charlie Mussenden, we knew he was going and he's gone on a free transfer to Getafe. And man, was the board not happy with that. They gave it an F that he had released on a free, which I think's harsh, right? You shouldn't be blamed on someone leaving on a Bosman. There's not much you can do about it if he rejects your contract and signs for someone else. But let's see how he gets on at Getafe. No chance he's going to replicate that form. So, yeah. Charlie Musonda's gone. It's a shame. It's a shame. Alfie Roberts has joined Preston on a free transfer. He's a goalkeeper that you never even knew we had. Will Grewell Pollard has joined Bristol City on a free transfer. He played one game for us and got a 6.10, and I went, no thank you. So he went on to League 2, where he joined Newport County on loan. 16 games for them, did a right. 6.9, not really pulling up any trees. A free transfer to Bristol City. They're going to take a punt on him. He's never going to amount to anything. Now we get into the interesting ones. Bobby Duncan has left, and you might be thinking, but Dave, he was your only striker. Yes, he was. He's gone on loan to Monteveracci in Italy, Serie C. Lots of Serie C clubs interested in him. 2 appearances last year, 6.5. I thought if he couldn't cut it in League 1, probably not going to do very much for us in the Championship. So, yeah, we've sent him out on loan, see how he gets on at Serie C. Does have a bit of history in Italy. Once moved for 1.8 million to Fiorentina, believe it or not. Jack Stratton has left. He's gone on loan to Swindon Town. He actually did all right for us last year. 13 appearances, 5 goals, 1 assist, 2 player of the matches, 6.93. But in a previous season in the Championship, 2 appearances, 6.5. So I thought, why not let him go? Now, the issue with Jack Stratton is he's one of the only other people that could play out front for us. So, yeah. We're really embracing this idea to use a striker. We really are. Jack Stratton's gone on loan to Swindon Town. And Azeez Agazi has gone back to, I think he's gone on loan to Nigeria. Is that where Loanee Stars are? Yes, they've paid us a little loan fee. Again, someone that he had a few appearances here and there last season, but really not too much to write home about. And Azeez Agazi has gone back to his native Nigeria on loan at Loanee Stars. Nothing too much to write home about. On to the ins then. So, Miguel Azeez joins. It was already arranged, which was good. £300,000 we've paid for him. Should turn out to be a bit of a bargain. Wonderful season for us last year. 32 appearances, 3 goals, 3 assists and a 7.03. Really not bad for a player that we played in more of a defensive role. So, Miguel Azeez is in. £300,000 makes him a permanent signing for Derby County. And that is something I'm pretty happy with. Pontus Dahlberg is in. Yes, there are some more outs that we need to get into that have actually counted into last season. Now, saying that we've signed Pontus Dahlberg may hint at who we've sold. But anyway, Pontus Dahlberg has joined and he was more than happy to be our cup goalkeeper, which is great. He's 6'4", he's got decent attributes. He's signed from Watford for 275k, so he doesn't leave the Championship. Didn't have the best of time at Gillingham in League 1, but I think he'll be okay for us. He sort of suits how we want to play. It'll all be good. It'll all be fine. Don't panic. He's going to be a sweeper keeper. He's tall, right? He's tall. That's what you need in Football Manager. You need a goalkeeper who's tall. That's not about it, but it really does help. Next up, a very interesting signing, I feel. Matty Longstaff. Can you remember when he was linked to Man United for like £20 million? He had just scored against them. Well, yeah, we've picked him up on a free from Newcastle. And I feel like that's a little bit of a bargain. As a squad player on like £6,000 a week, I feel like that's a really good deal. Really good work rate. Teamwork's decent. Like nothing's standout other than his work rate. But I feel like he's going to give us a good option. I feel like he is going to give us a good option in that central midfield role. Really highly rated potentially. So if we give him game time, he really should improve. And yeah, I'm hoping that he'll be all good, to be honest. Like, Yeah, he just could potentially be a decent Premier League central midfielder in the future. Yeah, he's 23 now, but I think there's enough about him in the Championship to keep him around potentially, or sell him for profit. We got him for a free bargain. And then the big money signing, a striker, obviously. Victor Gyökeres. I'm going to say I've nailed that. Victor Gyökeres comes in. A good all-round player, 25 years old, capped by the Swedish national team, going to be our starting striker, can play on the left wing if we need him to as well. And all round looks okay, doesn't he? Looks pretty good. We may have overpaid for him at £2.6 million. He scored 15 goals in the Championship last year, so I'm hoping he can redevelop and refine that form, because I would love him to get 20 goals for us in the Championship this year. That would put us in a good way to staying up. And I recognised him from his stint at Brighton, who paid $875k for him, never played for them. And then loan on Swansea, loan at Coventry signed him, he did okay, but yeah, it's a good signing for a player that we needed, really. He's tall, he's quick, he can finish, his decisions aren't amazing, off the ball needs improving at 12, but generally he's good. Just don't look at the 15 grand a week we're paying him on wages. It's fine. So a couple of the outs that we missed that registered as last season. Javier Simons has gone on loan to Stockport County. Not much to report there. It was sitting in our sort of youth team last year. They've paid a 1.8k loan fee to take him. So yeah, fine. He played one appearance, got 7.4. Should really rip it up in League 2, to be honest. Let's hope he does. And then he might be on the verge of the first team next season. Who knows? Jonathan Dinesi, remember him? We got him on a free transfer from Arsenal. Well, we've made profit on him. £24,000 he signed for Wycombe, stays in League 1, 3 appearances for us last year, 7.15, probably going to be his level. More than happy to cash in and get some profit on a player that was never going to play for us. So, yes, good stuff. Good. And the reason we brought in Pontus Dahlberg is because Ryan Alsop, believe it or not, at the tender age of 31, has signed for Blackburn Rovers. They paid us £850,000 for him. Now, he had a good season for us, 37 conceded in 46, 18 clean sheets and a 7.02 average rating. He's going to step up to the Championship to be, drumroll please, their backup goalkeeper. Fair enough to him. 31 grand, he's getting 31 years old, £8.25 thousand a week, which is more than we were going to pay him. But I think if you look at what we've got here, so Pontus Dahlberg better at shot stopping. We apparently don't know Ryan Allsop's speed, or he literally can't run. Mental, he's better. Communication, he's one less. Eccentricity, he's got a little bit more eccentricity, but I don't mind that. Aerial, they're the same. Distribution is a little bit worse, but shot stopping is much, much better. So, yes, and mental is actually quite good for a goalkeeper, because it means they're just not going to capitulate if they can see the goal. He's taller, he weighs more, they're both right-footed. I don't know what that's got to do with anything. But yeah, Pontus Dahlberg is in. And, I feel like for $825k for a 31-year-old goalkeeper who isn't amazing, I sort of feel like that makes sense to sort of go through with that deal. And that leaves us as Netspend FC. As you can see there, we're trying to get Isaac Hansen Aroun. Isaac Hansen Aroun. I don't know how you do the O with a line through it. Not sure. We're trying to bring him on loan just for versatility in attacking midfield and a few more options. As you can see, he would come in as probably our best attacking midfielder, according to our scouts and stuff. But yeah, we are Netspend FC. We're doing it all right. So 3.2 million spent, for 24.5k received. However, if we look at last season, so 450k spent. Obviously, in the first season, we didn't spend anything. 450k spent that year. 3.2 million spent this year is 3.65. And then if we do the maths, 24.5k plus 4.3 is 4.325. So we've still got 4.325 minus 3.6. Is that what I said? 3.65. Yeah, some money. About £800,000 we've still got to spend technically. But looking at the finances, we nearly dropped into pretty bad bankruptcy. If we hadn't got promoted, I don't know what would have happened. We were minus £822,000 at the end of the season last season, which isn't amazing. Money's gone up this year, obviously, because we're getting television rights for the Champions League. I wish. Television rights for the Championship, and a few of the player sales and stuff, and we've removed people off the wage bill. But with removing people off the wage bill, we've given ourselves a very small squad. Like, really small. But Dave, you can just dive into the youth team and call up some players from there. Yeah, we can, except for their squad is even smaller. If we go down into unavailable for selection, in fact, if we just go to not club, because we know Altay Ozcan can't play because of his work permit, yeah, there's not too many options down there anymore. Really not too many options. Well, you can call up from the under-18s, and yeah, we do have more options in the under-18s, which is good, and it gives us a chance to show you who we got in through our youth recruitment. Sonny Angel. I don't know how you pronounce it with double L. Goalkeeper, very highly rated, 2 stars already, as good as Casper. He'll probably become our backup goalkeeper next season, or maybe midway through this season when he's old enough to play for the first team. But yeah, Sonny Agnel is in. We got Kornel Janicki, the Polish left winger or striker. Good pace, a lot of room to grow, really highly rated potentially. Should be very interesting to see how he gets on. And we've also got Ryan Travers, which is a great name. He needs to really work on his physical stuff if he's going to break through. 1 star at the moment, 4 star, potentially 5 star. Someone to keep an eye on if this becomes a long-term save. We'll see how it goes. And then the final one, I said he was Ghanaian. I got it wrong. He was Ugandan. Julius Nsubga, who I really like the look of. As a central midfielder, attacking midfielder, striker, he's blessed with pace-ish. His physicals already look good for a 16-year-old. He's a bit aggressive, but determination, teamwork, tackling. It's going to be interesting to see how this guy turns out in terms of what the AI do with him. Because I'm not going to tell him to focus on anything, because it's strange. Media description, young attacking midfielder, right? That's where he's a natural player to play. But he's got tackling 15, which suits him to be a bit further back. And his passing isn't amazing, which means he's not going to be an advanced playmaker. So I can't really figure out what he's going to turn into. Let me know down below what you think, but I can't really figure that out. But yeah, we're a bit thin on the ground in terms of numbers. We're running out of sort of money. 800k we got to spend. We have got still a lot of wage budget to spend in there as well. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see where we go from here. But today, we're going to be taking on Crystal Palace. So let's get into this one then and see how we line up. That's how we're playing, 4-2-3-1. It will look pretty familiar. We've moved the attacking midfielder into a striker role, moved the central midfielder into an attacking midfield role, and in pre-season it worked okay. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't getting the same results as strikerless, but we'll see how it progresses. Now, we've also had comments saying, Dave, can you show me your individual player instructions? So, the wing-back on the left, who was a complete wing-back before, is on to take more risks, dribble more, shoot less often, tackle hard. The complete wing-back on the right, take more risks, shoot less often, tackle hard. Everything else I'm not going to go through because it's their natural position. The ball-playing defender, dribble more, shoot less often, stay wide, tackle harder. May take off dribble more for this one this season because we've gone upper division. I don't want him losing the ball as much. The central defender, stay wider, tackle hard, so he's going to give an option. The half-back doesn't have anything on him. The segundo volante doesn't have anything on him. The inverted winger doesn't have anything on him. The attacking midfielder doesn't have anything on him. The winger doesn't have anything on him. And the advanced forward doesn't have anything on him. So that might change over the season, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think if we quickly load in the Derby strikerless system, always keep some of your systems that you use. Always keep them. They're always handy to go back to. Right. The inverted winger, none. The second striker, none. Inverted winger, none. Ball winning midfielder, none. Segundo volante, none. Half-back, none. Complete wing-back, tackle, take more risk, shoot less often, tackle harder. These are all the same. Stay wider, the ball-playing defender's got on this one. Stay wider, tackle harder, and take more risk, shoot less harder, tackle harder. So there is that for you people that asked for the player instructions. Right, I'll pick the team. We'll be back and playing Crystal Palace. Okay, this is how we're lining up. Worth saying we extended the loans for another season of Deshaun Bernard at the back and Leon Thompson from Sheffield United. So, first game of the season, we've had to rely on 2 youngsters as well. Borkovic and Janicki are going to be playing from the under-23s on the bench. But Dolberg is in goal for his debut. Byrne, Bielik, Bernard and Miange at the back. Bird and Thompson in the middle. Vasilev moves out to the right-hand side. We couldn't get Brian O'Dye back, so that's a big loss. Vasilev's going to have to fill in there. Sibley in behind Gyökeres and Placheta, who we signed from Norwich at the January last season. He's going to be our number 11. And as you can see, the numbers nearly all line up. 1, 2, 6, 5, 4, 8. 3 would go there, but Buchanan is injured. Vasilev on the right. Sibley is in there because I want to say Jason Knight got number 10. Yes, Jason Knight is also injured. Placheta number 11, Gyökeres at number 9. So the numbers are nearly perfect, which is good. Right, let's submit that team. And we're going to go in and play at Crystal Palace. And because these guys are youngsters who probably won't get too much, I say this now, won't get too much game time, we're going to go and give them a high number. But let's get into it. Crystal Palace. My light is on. I feel like it's very dark. Oh, it's about to be a massive storm outside. They're lining up with Jack Butland, Diafit Tanganga, Mark Guay, Vegas, Balotorde, Capaldo, Mitchell, Will Hughes, Wilfred Zaha, and Mateta still there as well. So they have held on to a number of their very good players, which is going to make this tricky. We're at home. Go and give the fans their money. Go and give the fans their money worth. And this time we can talk to attackers because we've actually got one making his debut, Victor Gyökeres, and we need to change this back to key highlights. Otherwise, we'll be here forever. Thompson back to Deschamps Bernard. Then comes forward straight from the off. Ball down the left. That's overhit. Miange ain't getting that one. And not the best of starts. Max Bird into Deschamps Bernard. Sibley. Ball through looking for Placheta but intercepted Capaldo. Hughes up to Mateta, who we did show a bit of interest in the summer, but he was too expensive for us and net spend FC meant we couldn't bring him in. Yafit Tanganga cross. Zaha's at the back post. It's 1-0 Crystal Palace. And yeah, it's not the ideal start we wanted in the Championship, is it? Coming to play a team just relegated, probably the best team that got relegated from the Premier League. Probably a team that, with how they're playing in real life, you wouldn't have expected them to get relegated from the Premier League. But, alas, they have. And alas, they're playing us first. And, yes, Wilfred Zaha has scored, which makes it all the more infuriating. 15 minutes gone. We're getting back into the game. They've only had 1 shot, 3 shots for us, 1 for them. Or 2 for them now, 5 shots for us, 2 on target, 1 on target for them. Yes, we need to really keep this going. Demand more. Come on, boys. We're on a good run here. We're on a good run from last season. I know we lost the Papa John's trophy. Thompson ball in. Deschamps Bernard is beaten in the air. Thompson will pick it up again into Bielik. Bielik to Thompson. And what I do like about this net spend FC. Placheta! Oh, what a goal. He's offside. Premshlo Placheta. Oh, it's been given offside. It was a lovely strike. It was a lovely ball into him and a lovely strike. And we're not even going to get to see a replay. But, yeah, what I do like about net spend FC is it does mean you have to think very, very hard about where you're going to spend your money and is it worth selling someone to get a bit more cash in through the door. Thompson, ball through. Placheta this time, definitely onside. Placheta! Jack Butland with a good save. Oh, that's irritating. That is irritating. It probably should be 1-1 as Thompson is going to swing this corner in. Deschamps Bernard at the near post. We probably need to swap him and Bielik over. But yeah, we're playing well. We're just struggling to put the ball in the back of the net legally at the moment. Max Bird all the way back to Bielik. Bielik can stride forward with it into Deschamps Bernard. Out to Thompson. Out to Miange. Can he whip across and maybe find Gyökeres, who is 6'2". He's not small. Goes to the back post. Vasilev back to Byrne. Nathan Byrne. Cross it in. Placheta! This time he does get his goal. His first goal of the season, obviously. It's the first league game of the season. But lovely, lovely patient play there. We did eventually whip the cross in. And Miange got it here. He overhit his cross. Vasilev managed to keep it alive. Flick it back to Byrne. Byrne then got to the byline. Dinked it in. And Placheta lost his man. And fires it home to make it 1-1 at Pride Park, which is absolutely lovely as Thompson swings in across. And there's a header. It's over the bar from Gyökeres. I do love a debut goal. If he can pick up a debut goal. Look, we're battering them. We're battering them. It's just they've had lucky Wilfred Zaha. We've had lots of shots on target. I'm so happy. So far, I'm so happy. We've had a lot of shots on target so far. I'm happy, I think is what I was meant to say. Let's give them some encouragement. Come on, boys. We're battering them. 14 shots to 6. 7 on target to 3. Everyone's playing really well, except maybe Miange and Bielik, but we can't do much about that. We haven't got anyone to replace him. Nowaki puts it in. Dolberg saves, spills it. Capaldo puts it back across, and Mateta is an absolute giant, which is one of the reasons I wanted to sign him. He's really good in the air, Mateta. He's really, really good in the air, and you've got to point the blame there at Dolberg. This view will give us, it's a good free kick, but he got across quickly and probably should have held on. And Mateta, that is a wonderful header, to be honest, right into the postage stamp. No keeper saving that. And we find ourselves behind again in a game we've dominated, and we are struggling on the wings here. So it's going to be a youngster. Borkovic is going to come on. We're actually going to do Sibley for Longstaff as well. So one debut. One debut, because I think Borkovic actually played for us last season as well. Miange not having a good game. I don't really want to put Cash in over there at left back because he's not suited to it at all. We might bring on... let's bring on McDonald. A youngster that went out on loan last year, back this year to be in and around the first team. Give him a bit of a go. As Mitchell puts that one, he's headed down. It's just dribbles past the post from Vegas. And I'd like to say Dolberg had that covered, knew what he was doing, and there was no issues around it at all. There's 10 minutes to go. McDonald with the throw, and a right back playing at left back. Thompson into Bird. Bird up to Longstaff. Intercepted by Naguali. Mitchell into Mark Guay. Guay again goes back to Butland. He hoofs it away, but it's poor. He's offside. Gyökeres is offside. Would have been a debut goal. Would have been a debut assist from Matty Longstaff as well, but that one was pretty clear. It was a poor kick from Butland, but Longstaff, you can't do much about that. It's just been fired at him. I don't think he could do much else. But 10 minutes to go. Can we put this Crystal Palace team under a bit more pressure? Thompson, Placheta, who's been good in this game. McDonald, who's pushed forward from left back. He is right-footed, so it's going to be a bit awkward. He swings in across with his left foot. Gyökeres with a header. It's over the bar. It's over the bar. And Mark Guay has it now into Butland. It's definitely a game we do not deserve to lose. Zaha knocks it down for Barlow Toure. Barlow Toure on this left-hand side. Lots of spaces. We're not tracking him back with our wingers. Joel Ward nods it down. Noguali with a shot. Great save from Dolberg. And it's cleared away into the final 2 minutes. This is going to be last chance saloon for us as Gyökeres decided he doesn't need to go and chase that ball and he'll just let Mark Guay have it. Yafet Tanganga up to Joel Ward, who's playing as a right winger, apparently. Joel Ward back to Styles. Styles goes back to Tanganga, and this is, I think, just wasting a bit of time here for Crystal Palace as Mizio is on it. Into Mateta, already got one today. Yafet Tanganga fires in a shot from range, and Yafet Tanganga has scored an absolute belter. What is he doing that for? The ex-Spurs right back, centre back, Yafet Tanganga, has just scored an absolute belter. Mitchell held it up into Mateta, who's been superb up front for them in this second half, as Tanganga just rifles it past Dolberg. And, well, 3-1 in a game we probably should have won, because we've had so many more shots than them, as that's in Bielik heads over the bar. And when it's not your day, it's not your day. 22 shots to 12, nearly double the amount of shots. Look at that. We've absolutely battered them. Nathan Byrne picks up our best performer. Gyökeres did well on his debut. Placheta played well. Thompson and Bird in midfield look solid, but Dolberg spilt that free kick. I think I'm just going to say, I'm going to put my hands together and just say unlucky. Right? We played well. They've just been relegated. They knew the pressure was on them to win it. They've still got good players. Zaha, Mateta, Tanganga. All three of their goal scorers are very good quality players. And that is a little bit annoying. So post-match press conference, our new assistant manager, Dennis Bergkamp, is going to be sent. Yeah, we've had a bit of a rejig in the old staff room here. And if we just go and have a look, we do now have Mr. Bergkamp. I imagine he got the train rather than flying over, but there is Dennis Bergkamp, very good technically, people management's all right, can judge player ability. I need an attacking coach, and Rossinia's contract was up as my assistant manager, so he's gone, and Dennis Bergkamp's in. I thought, if that's not going to inspire you, having Dennis Bergkamp as an assistant manager at the club, then you're at the wrong club, to be honest. But anyway, a disappointing start to the championship season. We've got the EFL Cup, first round coming up against Ebbsfleet. But yeah, I think we'll plough through a little bit of it. Maybe Wigan and Sunderland, I think, could be 2 good games to come back for in October. We'll see how that's going. And of course, we'll have the FA Cup just in January as well, which will be very, very interesting. But yeah, Wigan, Sunderland and Derby, 3 ex-Premier League clubs. That could probably be a good, decent episode to do. 2 away games as well. Very, very interesting. And of course, we'll keep you updated if there's any more transfers in the next episode as well. But thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and there'll be plenty more Football Manager content on the channel. But for now, I'm out. Cheers.